am Dr. B.K. Singh, Professor of Civil Engineering at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College, Ghaziabad. So, welcome to unit number 5. So, today we are going to discuss types of cement. So, if you go to the IS 456 2000, they have recommended 10 different types of cement. So, IS 456, that is the code for plain unreinforced cement concrete. So, 10 types of cement is 33 grade ordinary Portland cement, that is governed by IS 269, then IS 43 grade ordinary Portland cement, that is governed by IS 8112, then 53 grade and 53S ordinary Portland cement, that is governed by IS 12269, rapid hardening Portland cement IS 8041, that is governed by 1990, Portland slag cement conforming to IS 455 1989, Portland pozzolana cement fly ash based, that is governed by the code IS 1489 part 1 1991. So, Portland pozzolana cement calcined clay based, that is conformed to IS 1489 part 2 1991, then hydrophobic cement IS 8043, then we have low heat Portland cement, that is governed by IS 12600, and then surface resisting Portland cement IS 12330. So, apart from this IS recommendation 456, that is the main codal codes for design of plain concrete or reinforced cement concrete, we have some other special cements like high alumina cement IS 6452 1989, super sulfated cement IS 6909, then we have white cement, or we can have a colored cement, that is IS 8042 1989, then we have aisle well cement IS 8229 1986, then we have masonry cement IS 3466 1988, and we have a special concrete for pre-stressed sleeper IRS T14 1985, and another we have in ordinary Portland cement also we have 53S, we have 53 grade and 53S. So, 53S is meant for sleeper. So, nowadays make it a sleeper with the help of pre-stressed concrete sleeper. Okay. So, these are the cements. So, we are going to discuss not all the types of cement, but main type of cements we are going to discuss in this particular lectures. So, we will discuss the ordinary Portland cement. So, ordinary Portland cement, so we have 3 types of ordinary Portland cement, that is OPC grade 33 grade, then we have OPC 43 grade, and OPC we have 53 and 53S grade. So, these are the basically we have 3 types of ordinary Portland cement. So, in this main constituent compound is ordinary Portland cement is C3S, C2S, C3A and C4AF. So, this is the main compound for Portland cement. We are not mixing any other compound in this, but sometimes for modifying the properties. So, improving, so some performance improver we can add up to total 5% performance improver we can add with this cement at the time of grinding. So, what are the performance improver? That is a fly ash, granulated ground blast furnace slag, silica fume, limestone, rice husk ash, metakaolin. So, these are the things we can add to improve the performance of ordinary Portland cement, but restriction is we cannot put more than 5%. Suppose we are putting in combination, either we are going to put fly ash or granulated blast furnace slag or silica fume, limestone, rice husk ash or metakaolin. So, total should not be total percentage by weight of the cement should not be more than 5%, means even in combination also this should not be more than 5%. So, this is required. Okay. So, now we will discuss see the physical requirements of ordinary Portland cement. So, we have 33 grade, that is governed by IS 269 1989. This is around 15-16 page code book. So, that you have to download and check this value directly I have taken from the table. So, previous class we have discussed the test, what are the physical tests performed on the cement to check the quality. So, whether it is qualifying the 33 grade cement or not. So, these are the tests we have to perform. So, what is test? First we have to see the fineness test. So, fineness of the cement by surface area method should not be less than 225. So, this is 225 gram per centimeter square, or you can say meter square per kg. So, this is a specific surface area. So, a specific surface area of ordinary Portland cement should not be less than 2 to 5 meter square per kg. Similarly, soundness, to check the cement is sound or not, we have two methods, one is Lee-Chatelier method, another is autoclave test method. So, by Lee-Chatelier method, expansion of the indicator should not be more than 10 mm. Okay. And similarly, percentage expansion by autoclave test should not be 0.8%. So, this is the quality check for cement is sound or not. Similarly, setting time. So, initial setting time and final setting time. So, initial setting time should not be less than 30 minutes. Okay. And final setting time should not be less than 600 minutes, means 10 hours. So, your final setting should happen not less than 10 hours. Okay. Then we have compressive strength. So, compressive strength, so we used to check for three conditions. One is 72 plus minus 1 hour. So, 3 days. Okay. So, when we start counting this cement. So, compressive strength means this one we have to test with the standard sand. So, what we do for doing the compression test? We take a cube of size 70.7 mm and the surface area is 50 centimeter square, you can get 5000 mm square. So, you have to take a mortar ratio of 1:3. So, what is the one part is cement and 3 part by weight is the standard sand that we have discussed in previous class. So, a standard sand is governed by IS 650, governed by IS 650. So, lots of codal provision is there, thousands of code is there in civil engineering. So, we have to download because now it is available freely. Earlier we have to, it was not possible to get all the codes. So, you have to search in library. Nowadays just by one click in Google you can download all this free of cost. Okay. So, 3 days, suppose we are putting the we have casted the cube of size 70.7 mm. So, when we have mixed the water, compaction is complete, your time starts from that. So, 1 day we have to keep in air curing and then 2 days in water. So, 3 days you must get a strength of 16, almost 50% strength you must get in 3 days. Then 168 hours means 7 days. So, 7 days strength should be around 2/3, 22. You should get ultimate around 22 Newton per mm square MPa, and at the end of 28 days plus minus 4 hours, minimum strength you must get 33 and maximum you should get 48. It should not be more than 48. So, this is the specification given in IS 269 1989. So, that you just download and check all these things. So, what is the physical requirement or chemical requirements, so all these details is given for this code. Okay. So, now you go for physical requirement for ordinary Portland cement 43 grade. So, in this case once again 43 grade cements, their fineness is 225 meter square per kg, and soundness by Le-Chatelier method should not be more than 10 mm, and by autoclave test their value should not be more than 0.8%. That just this is a similar to OPC 33 grade. If grade is not given, means you can understand this is a 33 grade cement only. Initial setting time is 30 and final setting is 30 and for 43S grade this value should be 60. Suppose you want to use for the sleeper, then in that case their initial setting time should not be less than 60 minutes, and final setting time is same as of 33 grade cement. So, 10 hours. Okay. Maximum cement must set within 10 hours, it should not be more than 10 hours, and compressive strength at the age of 3 days means 72 plus minus 1 hour, their value should be 23 MPa. Similarly, at the age of 7 days 160s plus minus 2 hours, their value should be 33 MPa. Okay. And for sleeper grade it should be 37.5, it should not be less than 37.5, and at the end at the 28 days their value 28 days minimum value should be 43, it should not be less than 43, and maximum value is 58, it should not be more than 58 Newton per mm square. If this is a qualifying all these properties, then you can say this is a their physical that is qualifying the physical requirements of 43 grade cement. Similarly, we have 53 grade cement. So, 53 grade cement is governed by IS 12269. So, that code also you can download from the internet, and you see the what is the specification for 53 grade cement. So, suppose their strength is more. So, in 28 days you can get 53 grade. So, once again their requirement is same 325, and if you are using the 53 grade sleeper class cement, then grinding should be more. So, what is the grinding here? Here grinding is 3700 centimeter square per gram. Why 3700? Because more surface area will be available. If more surface area is available, then we can say this is a better reaction, you can get faster reaction, and you will get a faster result. Okay. And sometimes quantity of C3S is also more, sometimes quantity of C3S also the manufacturer they use to increase sometimes, but generally they rely on this fineness. Okay. So, recommendation is 225 minimum. So, they go for more, they will grind more than 3000 centimeter square per gram, so that they can get the strength in 28 days. So, what is the this initial setting and final setting time? It is the similar, this is like a 43 grade, this is a minimum is 37 and sleeper grade it is a 60 minute, and maximum time for final settings time is how much? 10 hours. So, it should reach the final setting within 10 hours, not more than 10 hours. Compressive strength requirement. So, 72 hours strength, 3 days strength should be 27 Newton per mm square, 3 days it should not be less than 37 for 37 for ordinary Portland cement, but if it is a ordinary Portland cement 53 grade S for sleeper, pre-stage sleeper for railway sleepers. So, that it should be 37.5, and at the age of 28 their value, minimum value should be 53 and maximum it may be anything, it may be 60, 65, 58, but minimum strength should not be less than 53. So, this is the requirement of 53 grade cement. So, these are the important cement which is the ordinary Portland cement. Then what is the chemical requirement of this cement? So, I have compiled in one table only all the results. So, this table has been, this values has been taken from the previous course for 33 grade, 43 grade and 53 grade. So, ratio of percentage of lime to percentage of silica, alumina and iron oxide is for 33 grade should not be less than 0.66 and not more than 1.03. So, similarly, for 43 grade it is 0.66 between 0.66 and 1.02, but for 53 grade they have given 0.86. So, this lower value you can take 0.866 and maximum value is 1.02. So, that can be taken. Similarly, ratio of percentage of alumina to that of iron oxide. So, minimum is 0.66. So, it is the same for either 33 grade cement, 43 grade cement or 53 grade cement. So, insoluble residue percent by mass. So, for 33 grade it should not be more than 5% and for 43 and 53 4%. Similarly, magnesia percentage, okay, that is a 6% maximum, it should not be more than 6%. Okay. Similarly, total surface content calculated at sulfuric anhydride maximum value is 3.5, 3.5. So, it should not be more than 3.5%. Loss on ignition maximum value is 5% and 53 grade cement 4%, and chloride content percent by mass is once again should not be more than 0.1. So, this one you can get from the various IS code. So, then we have rapid hardening Portland cement. So, for rapid hardened Portland cement, when it is required, suppose you want to get the strength, higher strength, early strength you want, say it is a ordinary Portland cement, but you want the maximum strength you should get in 3 days. So, for getting that there is some physical requirement for that. So, what is the use of rapid hardening Portland cement? So, for suppose you want to open your road faster, suppose some repair work is there. So, that time you need the cement which can get the strength more. Similarly, we want prefabricated work. So, in prefabricated work we need to demold and curing period you want to reduce. So, in that case also you want to use high rapid hardening Portland cement, or if you want to reuse the formwork again and again faster. So, that time also you can use this type of cement, or the heat of hydration is more for this type of cement. So, cold weather concreting also you can use this cement. Okay. So, cold weather concreting, so rapid hard drive pavement, these are the special type of cements. So, that is governed by IS 8041. So, that you can download from the codes, that you can download from the code IS 8041. Because what is the component we have seen here, physical property I will just show here. So, in this case if you see the if you see the graph here for strength versus the compound graph. So, this is the graph strength gain for C3S. So, C2S is gaining the strength slower like this, and these two compound is having very 4 less importance. This is your C3S, C2S, this is your C3A, and last one is your C4AF. So, this is the time. Okay. So, let us say this is your 28 days time. So, maximum strength, early strength in 28 days is given by C3S. So, in rapid Heartland Portland cement, we increase the percentage of C3S. Okay. So, we have around 80% total combination of C3S and C2S in cement. So, here we keep more than 50% C3S. So, what is the requirement you are getting? So, this is the here in this grinding also we do more, so that we have a more surface area. If you have a more surface area available for reaction with the water, then gain of strength will be faster. So, minimum grinding you have to do 3250 centimeter square per gram. So, that much fineness we have to do a specific surface area, and this is similar to your ordinary Portland cement. So, this is having a 10 should be not be more than 10 mm, and this should not be more than 0.8% by autoclave method. So, initial setting time and final setting time is also same to the ordinary Portland cement, and compressive strength for 24 hours you can get 60 MPa, almost 50% strength of OPC 33 grade cement. Whatever the strength you can get in 3 days, that you can obtain it, you can obtain it in 24 hours, and 3 days you can obtain about 80% strength, 27 megapascal just in 3 days. Okay. So, now we can see Portland slag cement conforming to IS 455 1989. Okay. So, in the this is a blended cement, Portland slag cement. How we blend it? We blend with OPC. So, here we can blend. So, we have ordinary Portland cement, plus we blend here with granulated grounded blast furnace slag. So, granulated grounded blast furnace slag we can get from steel industry. Okay. So, that is a waste material. So, byproduct we can get this waste material, and we can put this minimum you can put 25% and maximum you can put up to 65%. So, your value. So, nowadays they are modifying, that is a minimum 35% to 70% we can use the GGBF. So, this is having a chemical composition, this is a SiO2 silica oxide. So, 34.4% is about silica oxide, and COA is 41.9% and MgO is 7.18% in granulated blast furnace slag. So, this is what is the advantage of this? This produces low heat of hydration, this is having more resistance to chemical attack, and they have lower permeability. So, they have better performance than ordinary Portland cement. So, it will have a better resistance for corrosion also, sulphate attack corrosion. So, that cement you can use, or the soil where soil is aggressive, there also this cement will be better. And now I would like to discuss Portland Pozzolana cement. So, this is very important, because in this one, this is a fly ash I am discussing, IS 1489 part 1. So, some revision has come in 2015 some. So, that what is the physical requirement, how much we can put, what is the fly ash? Fly ash is a product which we are getting from thermal power station, that is a waste material. So, there is a two material, one is because you produce electricity there. So, for producing the electricity we have to burn the coal for generating the heat. So, that coal is grinded and put for the burning process for heating the water. So, in that process residue of the coal. So, one is bottom ash, that is also called pond ash, and fly, and the next part is fly ash. So, that is having a tendency of fly, that weight is very less, and that is a charged particle also. So, with help of electrical precipitator we catch that particle and collect it. So, that is called fly ash, we have, that is called fly ash. So, that we can put in cement. So, for putting the cement we can put about 15% to 35%, that is the recommendation of IS code 1489-2015 part 1. So, that you can download and check this properties. So, fineness should be greater than so sorry, here I have written, this is the PPC, Portland Pozzolana cement, this is the Portland Pozzolana cement. So, fineness should not be less than 300 kg meter square per kg. Soundness is similar to the OPC, setting time is also to the similar to the OPC, and gain of strength is also, it should be similar to the ordinary Portland cement of 33 grade. Okay. So, 3 days strength should be 16 and 7 days 22 and 28 days should not be less than 33 MPa. But this if you check this cement, so their reaction will continue for longer time. So, how this things hydraulic reaction take place? So, this is the things you can say OPC. So, suppose we have a OPC. So, OPC means the main component is C3S and C2S. Okay. So, this is going to react with water, this is going to react with water, and that is going to make a CSH gel, and another component is 3 calcium hydroxide. Similarly, if you consider C2S, this is also going to make a CSH and this is making calcium hydroxide. So, this component is not going to give you the cementitious properties. Okay. So, this react with silica oxide and alumina oxide present in the fly ash, and that is going to make you once again calcium silicate hydrate and some other compound. So, this is a very beneficial, that improves your porosity. So, that is a very good. So, fly ash react and going to give you the useful product, waste product is going to give you the useful product. So, nowadays we are getting the cement only fly ash type of cement. Okay. So, so rest of the cement you can go through the IS course and understand. So, important cement I have discussed here. Thank you.